Now I see my chin, and I gotta. But y'all don't see that chin. It's crazy. Okay, how y'all doing? I guess I should probably introduce myself, huh? So my name is Samantha. But everybody calls me Sammy Baby. It's my little licky name, you know what I'm saying? So today I'm actually coming to you guys to talk about the Bible. So I recently moved to Houston, and I'm trying to get to know the Lord better, God, the Lord better. And what other way to do that than to first start reading the book that's about Him? you know, what do you do first? You read the book, and then you experience some things through that book. Now, I've always had God in my life. I've always believed in Him, but now, in this time and day, I want to know Him for myself so that I can have that connection with Him. If that makes sense. Um, it's been heavy on my mind and on my heart to include you guys in on I, what I'm learning, my questions that I have for Him, and what I've learned so far in this journey of reading this Bible and getting to know Him. Okay, so let's get started. All right. Now I got a couple of notes, and we're gonna go off of that. I also have my Bible here just in case, because sometimes I do want to read like a couple of things from the Bible to you guys about it. Okay, and so first we want to know, like, I'm gonna start it off right with just the saying, right? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. Boom. Okay. Simple, you know? God saw this void, this darkness. He said, "Let there be light." Now, that gave us earth. He created earth and He created the heavens on that day, right? And then, so on the second day, wait a minute, I think I got something wrong. See, that's why you got to go back to the Bible. He didn't create, He says He created earth and heaven, but it didn't say when. So on the first day, He only created the light. He let there be light, the whole situation, and then the light came. And so on the second day, He said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Sounds a little weird, right? But after reading what a firmament is heaven. And if you Google heaven, you're gonna see that it's like a big circle, and it's around the universe or earth. And so I want y'all to go Google that. I'm gonna try to put a picture on there, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really the best at this things yet. So I'm just getting started. But we're gonna see how it goes. I'm being full transparency here, and I do not know what I'm doing yet. I just know that I'm trying to learn. I'm gonna teach y'all, or we can learn together. And so on the second day was the firmament. So He made heaven, basically, and He separated the water from the other water. Okay. And on the third day, He created dry land, seeds, grass, and herbs. Herbs. Okay. And then on the fourth day, He says He divided it by day and night. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I had to read that again because I was like, I thought we already divided this by day and night. You said the day was light, the light, and it was the day, and it was the darkness, and that was the night. But I'm gonna go to the Bible so we can read that from there, because That choked me up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it choked me up a little bit, and I still don't 100% fully understand. If y'all have any ideas about that, leave it in the comments. Okay, and so it says, then God said, let there be light in the firmaments of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmaments of the heavens to give light on the earth. And so it was. Then God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. So that was the sun and the moon. Y'all know that. I'm just letting y'all know that that's what I thought. The sun and the moon. He made the stars also. But they say the sun is a star. So God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So on the evening and the morning were the fourth day. So I see it as, he said, let there be light. And so there was light on the thing, but I guess he created the sun and the moon a little bit later. Y'all, like I said, I'm new to this. Y'all tell me what that means too. Does that mean he made the light twice, right? He could have. Um, hey, I mean, and then it says, on the fifth day, he created birds and fish and all creations. So all the animals you see, the cows, the birds, the peacocks. Peacocks is a bird. The pigeons, and all those things that are in the sea. So all the fishes and the thing at the bottom of the sea that we don't know what it is yet. He created that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it says on the sixth day, he created man and woman in his image. And of course, the seventh day, which is the Sabbath day, he rested. And so I'm gonna read exactly what it says in the Bible so that y'all know. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I read this and I was like, okay, so he made man and woman on the same day together. Then later on, it says something a little different. So we're gonna read it. We're gonna read it. We're gonna read it. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have domination over the fish of the seas, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image, in the image of God. He created him, male and female, he created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it. Have domination over the fish of the seas, over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. So right there, I got a question on that, right? Because it's like it says that he created man and woman, male and female, right? And then it says later on that he breathed in air into the dust for Adam, and then he had Adam name all the cattle and all the animals. He gave them all names, and then after he gave them all names, God was trying to find something or someone or something. Someone or something or some being that would be his companion. So which one was it? Did he create man and woman, And I think this is a question that they have, right? Because it's like, did he create man and woman, and then he created Adam and Eve for the garden? Tell me what y'all think about that. I don't know. I really don't. Um, I've been going to church and I've been trying to learn, and I've been asking God, and usually he gives me an answer, but this he hasn't given me an answer on yet. I'll give y'all some answers he gave me, but maybe be different for you guys. I don't know. Okay. And then it says that God told Adam if he ate the tree of good and evil, he would die surely. Now, hey, if it's one thing God he gonna tell you, he gonna tell you the truth. But it might not be exactly what you thought it was gonna be. You know? So in the Bible it says he told Adam, hey, if you eat from the tree of good and evil, right? If you eat from the tree of good and evil, you will surely die. Now, me personally, I would have thought, okay, if I eat from this tree, I'm gonna die. Like instantly, I'm like, I eat from it's a poison tree. I eat from the tree, I'm dead, right? But he says, surely, you'll surely die, which is that means that you're gonna die. It might take a while, you know. And it says Adam lived like 900 years, so it's kind of like, oh, God. I mean, it's still messed up what he did, but it's like, hey, you really messed us all up, and you still got to live for 1,000 years, almost. You have children, you know. One of your sons did murder the other one, but it was like, we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We gonna get to that part because I like that part. Nah, I like that part. Like that sounds bad. I ain't like the part he killed his brother, but I like the part where God was talking to Cain. Where God was talking to Cain, and it was like he was telling him like, hey, everything ain't gonna go right with your life. Everything I ain't gonna give you everything. And he was like, Cain was like, you want to favor Abel? I'm gonna kill him. Like that's outrageous. Like imagine back in the day. Like how would you even think like I'm gonna kill him? Like was this just like he got angry and he grabbed a rock and he cracked him and he just so happened to die? Or was it like he thought about that like for a couple of days and was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Like that's type of man. I ain't gonna lie. That's what my man go like. When you like, I'm gonna kill this man. Like, my brother, God favors him. Like I gave him my sheep. He gave him a couple of herbs. I'm gonna murder him. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take his life. Knowing we live to be like 900 some years. I'm gonna take his life. Then got to you think Cain's still alive? I don't know, y'all. Anybody? Don't think about it. I don't know. Ask yourself that question. Okay. And so this is where they got in trouble, right? It was like the serpent told Eve, if you eat from that tree that God told you that you shouldn't eat from, you're gonna be like God, knowing good and evil. You're not gonna die. That. And she believed him. My thing here is, why did Adam eat it? Out of all the trees, here, I gave you everything. You wanted that one thing that I didn't give you. That's like us. I ain't gonna lie, that's like us. You like you think about what you have, and then you think like, why I don't have this? It's like that the grass is greener on the other side. It's like, think about it, man. I got some juice in the refrigerator. I got some ice cream in the freezer. But I'm thinking, I ain't got no chips. I want some chips. I ain't ate chips in a long time. I low-key do want some chips. But you see, I have all these different things in the refrigerator, in the freezer, that I could eat that would satisfy me. But I want what I don't have. I want to be like a God. Even though I have everything that I already need, I want to be like a God. That's what Eve was thinking. And Adam was like, hey, like if he would have stopped her and said, you're not gonna eat that apple, put that back. Didn't you hear God? Maybe everything would have been different. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, and then we all know the story, and God comes to the thing and he hits him with the, where y'all at? Adam, where are you? Adam like, I'm naked. Why would you let me walk around here naked? God like, I told you to be naked. Hey, you ever think about that? Like what if he would have been like, it's just me and my wife. Why do I care if I'm naked? Like maybe he wouldn't have got caught. Why you hiding yourself from the man that created you? You know what you got going on down there? He know what's going on. You know you're naked. You thought you just so happen to be naked? Yeah, it just has you questioning like what would happen? No, just me. It's not just me. I just have a lot of questions. I was like, hey, you see what you gave me this? You know what I'm working with? This is my wife. This is my flesh of my flesh. That's what you said when he gave it to you. Flesh of my flesh. Bone of my bone. Why does it matter if your wife see you naked? Why did you have to cover yourself for your wife? Hey, I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place. But this is how I read the Bible, okay? I find something and I go back and I be like, what's going on here? Then I find something else and I go back and I'm like, what's going on here? And y'all gonna see it all. Y'all gonna get it all, okay? I'm gonna be what I say? I'm gonna be transparent with y'all about what I'm thinking, when I'm thinking it, why I'm thinking it, how I'm thinking it. I don't know about how I'm thinking it, but yeah. But yeah, y'all know he lived like 900 years. I know Adam was in, like, I know he was punching the air. I know he tried to find that serpent. Now I'm living all these years and I ain't living with God. I'm living on the outskirts. Now I gotta fend for myself. Now I had everything except for that one thing that I wanted. His man, he was like, I need it. I need it. Because you chose the tree of good and evil, you lost the tree of life. Ain't that something? You know, it's like when you think about it and you think like, oh man, I got this girlfriend, I love her, I really love her. You ever watch Why Not Get Married? Think about it in essence, right? You got this wife, and she's 80. She's 80. Like, love everything about her, but it's 20% of her. You like, I don't know. And then this one person comes in and they got that 20%. Not the 80, they got that 20%, that one thing that you was missing. So you leave that 80% and you go to that 20%. And you realize that's only 20%. I just lost 80%. I ain't try to go back to that 80%. But that 80% got a fire sword. Can't come back to me. You can't touch me. You can't. Go to your 20%. And now you're trying to find, for the rest of your life, trying to find that 8% again. But you can't get to that 80%. Then you sacrifice. You probably say, okay. 20% really messed me up. I ain't gonna go back to 20%. I'm finna try to find me 100%. When you're 100%, God, preach, preacher. No, that's okay. Okay, and then God curses the serpent and Adam and Eve. I'm gonna give y'all what he cursed them with. I was like, whoa. Now, so this is how he cursed the serpent. So he says, so the Lord said to the serpent, because you have done this, you are cursed more than any cattle and more than any beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. I'm about to try to cut that out. I'm sorry. I probably heard that whole burp. Okay. You're going to start it over because I'm going to cut that out. Because you have done this, you are cursed more than any cattle and more than any beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. To the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrows and your conception. And pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. Then to Adam he said, because you have healed the voice of your wife, and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you, saying you shall not eat of it, cursed is the ground for your sake, and toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the herb of the field, and the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, till you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, for dust you are, and dust you shall return. And then it says, Adam called his wife Eve, because she was the mother of all things living. All things living, all living. Also for Adam and his wife, the Lord God made tunics of skin and clothed them. I did have a question. So Eve didn't have a name the whole time? You just call her woman? Then the Lord God said, behold, the man has become like one of us, to know good and evil. And now lest he put out his hand and take also of the tree of God, or the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Therefore the Lord sent him out of the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. So he drove out of the man, and he placed cherubim at the east of the Garden of Eden, and a flaming sword which turned every way to guard the way to the tree of life. We're going to stop there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about Cain and Abel, right? So if y'all want to tune in, tune in. Right? I know I gave y'all a little something about what happened, but I want to go into more details of that. Not only that, but also I have some questions, and I think I have the answers, but I want this to be us talking to each other. All right.